In the previous videos, we have learned how to set up the database mirroring. In this video, we will look into some troubleshooting points. Okay, the first experiment we are going to do is let's shut down the mirror server and restart it, and let's see what happens to the database mirroring session. Okay. So we have the database, and I have three instances on my laptop. This is the default instance, and this will be the witness server, and this instance principal, and instance 2 is mirror. Okay, I have the database on the principal server. I don't have the database. I haven't set up the mirroring yet, because in the last video we created the mirroring session, and after that we removed it. Again, we have to set it up. Okay, so we have asynchronous database mirroring set up for this database DB mirror. Okay, the database is principal here, and it is synchronized. Okay, so our first troubleshooting point is we are going to shut down the mirror instance, and we are going to restart it, and let us see what happens to the mirroring session. Okay, so basically the mirroring session will be disconnected, and the moment the mirror instance has come up, the mirroring session is going to resume. Okay, that's what usually it should happen, and let us see that. Okay, we successfully stopped the mirroring instance. Now if you see the database status, the mirroring session is disconnected. Now I'm going to start the mirror instance. Let's start the agent service. Let us refresh the principal instance. Now you can see the database mirroring session is continued. It resumed, and the status is synchronized. So if the server goes down and comes back up, and it is going to continue the database mirroring session. Okay, that's the point. During that period, the mirroring session is going to be in suspended status, and the log on the principal server will keep growing, and we cannot truncate the log file. Okay, so our next troubleshooting point is, while the database mirroring session is on sync mode, shut down the mirror instance and restart it. This is our second troubleshooting point. Okay, now I'm going to change the operating mode to high safety. Okay, so since we have the witness server, even I can specify the witness server, and yeah, so now I have changed the database mirroring session from asynchronous mode to synchronous mode, high availability mode. Okay, all right, let's verify that. Okay, good, we are in high availability mode. I'm going to stop the database mirroring session, sorry, the mirror instance. Okay, the mirror instance is stopped. Let us see what is the status of database mirroring session. So the principal database is still available because the witness is available and principal database is available. Both the instances are available and still the quorum is good, and principal database is available for the application server. Okay, so the application server can connect and process the transactions. Okay, and it is going to build the send queue because we cannot truncate the log file as long as the mirroring session is suspended or disconnected. Okay, let us create some transactions and see if we can. Okay, we have the row. All right. I'm going to restart the mirror instance. Okay, the mirroring session is resumed and you can see the status, it is synchronized. So if we fail over the services to the mirror server, so you execute the same command on the mirror instance. The record is there. So basically the transactions are synchronized and the changes have come to the mirror instance. We have verified if the mirror instance goes down and comes back up, doesn't matter whichever the operating mode it is in, asynchronous or synchronous, the mirroring session is going to be continued. Okay, let us look into the third troubleshooting point. Let's add a file to the database. And see what happens to the mirroring session. Now I'm going to add a file to the principal database. Basically whatever the transactions that are happening to principal server will be copied over to will be replayed on the mirror server. Okay, and now I'm going to add a file. So I'm going to properties. Okay, see, this is mirror now. This is the new principal. I'm going to let's change the roles. Failover. Okay, so now we are back to instance 1 being principal. Okay, so I'm going to add the file. So right now we have the default file group, primary, and data file and log file. Okay, so I'm going to add the file group, and I'm going to say, and this will be my index file group. Okay, so I just added the file group. Let us see what happens to the mirroring session. Still the mirroring session is fine. Okay, so now let's add the file. Okay, so now I'm going to add a file for indexes. Okay, so let's see what happens now. So the changes are taken on the principal database, and you can see the mirroring session went into suspended mode because it is going to try the same command, add the file, on the mirror server. Okay, so on the principal server we have created the file in certain path, and on the mirror instance it is going to execute the same command, the same file name, same path. Already the file is there because this is my laptop and I have 3 instances running on this laptop. I have created the file in a particular path, and when the mirror instance, it tries to create the file, and it is going to try in the same path, same file name, because since already the file name is there, and the command on the mirror server is going to fail. So as a result, mirroring session is suspended. Okay. That is one reason why you need to be so specific about the data and log file path locations. Okay, so if you have M drive for data, L drive for log, N drive for indexes, then probably keep the same way in the mirror instance. If the drive letters are different, then it might fail and mirroring session will suspend. Okay, I removed the file, but still mirroring session is suspended. Okay, because it cannot commit the add file transaction. Okay, so now we removed the file, but still it is in suspended mode. Since I removed the file, if I resume the mirroring session, it should continue. Okay. Fourth troubleshooting point is